Welcome back everyone, my name is Wessel and today I'm going to do a review about my trip through France. Now this review will have a slightly different setup from previous reviews because I decided to make it more of a ranking of the places that I've been in the country. Now the previous reviews, I've already updated the descriptions of those to include a ranking of the things I saw there. Anyway, the chronological order of the places where I've been is visible on the map here next to me, and that is Solitary-Pouilly, then Massy-Grosse-Cosgo, then I went to Carcassonne, La Teste-de-Bouche, Lourès-Roche-Meunier, then to Le Mont-Saint-Michel, and back north to Saint-Gall. So at number 7, the least beautiful stop in my opinion was Lourès-Roche-Meunier. Firstly because the terrain was pretty flat. It was pretty reminiscent of the terrain here in the Netherlands. But nonetheless it was very interesting to see the history of that region and the way people used to live. Plus what I found really quite funny is that every little village over there almost has its own castle. On 6th place there is La Teste-de-Bouche with the dune of Pilat. Now this dune was way larger than I expected. The sand was very soft. In some places you just almost sank down into the sand. So yeah, it was really a special experience. But on the other hand, it was quite crowded there and I did not really like that. On 5th place was Saint-Gall. Now this is quite a special place because from atop the cliffs at 134 meters height, you could unexpectedly look all the way into England to the other side of the English Channel. Sadly that was not visible on the video recording, but in real life that means you could watch over 34 kilometers away from that point. The nature around the place was also pretty nice little hills, but sadly I have not found any fossils near the cliffs. On 4th place was Carcassonne. Now the castle was exceptionally large. The fortifications were about half a kilometer in diameter. And in this city I ate this dish that it was just so good. It was cassoulet, which is slowly cooked beans and meat and spices, cooked in a ceramic jar until they almost fall apart in your mouth. Absolutely amazing. But on the other hand, the castle itself was quite crowded, and on the inside were a lot of little shops, so that kind of broke the immersion. Entering the top 3 we got Le Mont-Saint-Michel, the abbey in the bay of Mont-Saint-Michel. This place it was exceptional to visit. It was beautiful, it had a rich history. And yeah, even though the surroundings were quite flat, the view was surprisingly pretty beautiful. Thirdly, the place was kind of crowded, so I'm happy we went in the morning and not and went away in the afternoon, because by the time I left, the abbey just almost overflowed with tourists. But nonetheless, this is a place that I would really love to visit another time, but sadly I probably won't have the time to do so. In 2nd place we've got Solitary-Pouilly, which was really amazing. The surroundings there were much more hilly than I expected. The place was nice and forested. In the dales you had very picturesque villages, and from atop the hills, even though the weather wasn't optimal, the view was one of the best that I have had in this journey. So yeah, this is definitely worth a visit if you are ever in the region. So in first place we've got Masgros which is in the Cevennes, and yeah, that gorge was just bizarrely large. You can hardly imagine the size of it. So of course I went down into the gorge, and the water temperature of the river Tarn was amazing. It was nice and cooling on a warm day, but the trip back up the cliff was very tiring. But nonetheless, it was worth going down into the gorge. So in conclusion, we can say that it was an amazing journey. There are a few places that I sadly had to skip because I just couldn't include them into the route. Those were Rocamadour in the center, France, the Cirque de Gavarnie in the Pyrenees, and the Château Haut-Königsbourg in the northeast of the country. And also, I only visited the mainland of France because I think Corsica kind of deserves its own journey. Anyway, I have my next trip planned. Within a few weeks of posting this review, I will go on that trip, and I am still intending to record that. So I hope to see you then. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you all next time.